Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, my name is Becky and welcome. Today's pick a card reading is who can get you off of their mind and why? Okay, so for this pick a card in particular, a lot of intense energy came through and real specific dynamics. So if you click on this and find that it doesn't resonate, then that just means this message wasn't meant for you and you can try another pile. But like I said, real specific dynamics came through. So with that being said, in front of me I have 4 different options, each with a different stone. Choose the one that really calls out to you. This is group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. If you need more time, you can pause the video now, and if you know which one you want, you can go to the timestamp down below. Okay, let's get started. Hey, group number 1. Okay, so who can't get you off of their mind and why? Okay, group number 1, instantly when I saw your guys' cards, the Usher song hit me like, you got it bad when you're on the phone, hang up and you call right back. Okay, so, and that's not even the main song that fits this energy dynamic, but yeah, so basically though, the person who can't get you off of their mind has it bad for you, okay? So it is somebody new, okay, I see that, and they are crushing on you, okay? So it's interesting because instantly when I saw the open heart card, the song that hit me was Madonna's Open Your Heart to Me, Baby. And I thought, well, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Like open heart, But then as I looked at the lyrics closer, I was like, whoa, that totally fits this dynamic. Okay. So I'm going to read the lyrics and then explain this to you guys. Okay. So she says, if you gave me half a chance, you'd see my desire burning inside of me, but you choose to look the other way. Open your heart to me, baby. I hold the lock and you hold the key. I follow you around, but you can't see. Now, for that, what came to me was they, are friends with you on social media and they see what you're up to. I don't get the feeling that they actually follow you. You're too wrapped up in yourself to notice, so you choose to look the other way. Okay, so here's what's going on with this connection. It's a bit of unrequited love going on here. Okay, so this person definitely, they notice you, but you are kind of like, you notice them and you reply, I feel like, to them. So it's not somebody that you keep on read in your DMs, maybe some of you, but I get the impression like overall, I feel like you do kind of see this person as a catch, but at the same time, you're just not really feeling it, if you know what I mean. Like, I feel like some of you are kind of like, well, there's nothing else going on. And some of the others of you are kind of still, hung up on an ex. So I'm just getting the impression, that this person, they're all about you. And I feel like they're really, they're like dreaming of you, and what you two could be. And all the while, you're just kind of like, you'll entertain it, you'll write back, but you're not really feeling it. You know what I mean? And I almost get the impression for some of you that, you do feel like you wish you had feelings for this person. Like, I do think you think of them as a catch and, all around, like, would be a good person for you, but your feelings are just not there. So your heart chakra is not open like theirs is to you. And that's not good or, that's not good or bad. It's what's coming through. And okay, so yeah, I definitely feel like, they're like a friend on social media. And I feel like, okay, so it's kind of like no matter how long it takes you to write back to this person, it's like they're there in 2 seconds, like this person responds. So they're kind of unconditional with you. Like it doesn't matter what you throw at them, how long it takes you to write back at them. Like they got their mind made up and it is about you. And okay, so even in the Madonna song, like other lyrics to it, she says something about, don't resist me. I've tried harder for things that I've wanted. So yeah, it's kind of like the whole song fits this person. It's like they're persistent, and they have the stamina for what it is that they want and they don't give up. So yeah, I really do feel like that they feel like, oh, like you guys will come around to this idea and that their persistence will have paid off. No joke. So, okay, the other part of the song, though, says, you're too wrapped up in yourself not to notice, so you choose to look the other way. I actually feel like in regards to that, it's not about you being wrapped up in, maybe for some of you, they think you're kind of wrapped up in yourself, maybe you post a lot of selfies, whatever. But others of you, I feel like they feel like, there's stuff that you're going through, might even be kind of going through a hard time, and they notice that and they feel like that's what you're kind of like preoccupied or distracted or all your attention is going to, and they feel like that once that settles down and you get through that you'll notice what's there. They feel like you just need to realize what you two could be. Okay, so, and the other thing that's come through strong is that this person, there's something about your style in particular, they find it to be unique and it's very eye-catching, and they just think, it's kind of like symbolic for you being the unique individual that you are, and you're honestly their dream girl or guy is what's coming through for this. They also feel like, no matter what you guys do, you shine like a star, and there's something you do that is inspiring to them. And they're mesmerized by you, like they find you to be one of a kind and they don't want to let this go, and that's why they let it slide, that if you take forever to write back, and they really feel like you're going to come around and realize what they realize. So, okay. I feel like too with these cards, like they might also be going through their own stuff as well, but you're always on their mind. I feel like they're trying to build themselves up, build up, their job, career, something like that. But like, it doesn't deter their focus. Like it's on you. And that's the other thing that's coming through for this is I feel like, with these cards in particular, like the Two of Pentacles reversed as well as the Emperor reversed. So this person is a little out of balance as far as it goes with crushing on you. And it's just like, and it's because they're such a passionate person. And when they're into something, they're in it all the way. Okay, 100%. And so they mean well, it's just like they don't know how to like tone that down, especially if somebody isn't sure what they feel for them, okay? So I feel like they think they're playing it cool by like not messaging you 20 times, but it doesn't matter. It's like, those 0.2 seconds that it takes for them to reply after it took you days or hours is like kind of a telltale sign, as well as their energy. Okay, energy doesn't lie, and we can all kind of pick up on it. So it's kind of like, I feel like you're like, whoa, if my mind isn't made up about you, then, back off. And I think that's why you purposely, whether you realize it or not, don't respond to this person right away. So it's like, it's like, they mean well, and overall, they probably would make a good match for you, but it's like this person is coming on strong and they would jump at, the slightest sign of interest from you. So yeah, I feel like you're not there emotionally, and it makes sense. I mean, this is a new person, and there's just, it's kind of a mix-matched energy going on. But if you guys were open to this connection, and, you know, kind of saw whether or not, you know, feelings ended up developing for this person. And I feel like if they wouldn't come on so strong, if they knew how to tone that down energetically, like you would possibly come around to this, then I do feel like, you know, it could be a beautiful connection. But again, that's up to you. But yeah, I feel like this person is going to start to want to come forward even more so and kind of see like if anything will pop off between you two or not, because right now they're playing it cool and you're on their mind like constantly. But yeah. So yeah. Oh, and the other thing that came through about this person was strong air signs. Okay, so it's possible they're in Aquarius, a Libra, or Gemini, even though that's not up here, and Virgo as well. But again, could be any sign. Those could just be in their chart. But yeah, definitely a thinker with all that air energy going on. And I feel like when they do talk, you know, I mean, they're good. They're good at conversations. It's just, is your heart in it or not, you know? Okay, group number 1, this is what I see for you guys. If you know who this is, let me know in the comments. And if this resonated, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Group number 2. Okay, so what person can't get you off of their mind and why? Okay, group number 2. Woo! This person, let me tell you, okay, so their energy is intense. And I feel like, you know, so for some of you, this is actually about a close friend. And for others of you, this is about an ex or somebody that you're currently dealing with. Like it's an on and off again relationship. Okay. So first of all, I have to say that what's coming to me, you know, if you are romantically involved with this person, is that you guys are kind of like, I feel like some of you are like kind of secretly seeing each other. And that's because a lot of your friends and family don't want to see you two together. Okay. And I feel like that is because of them, honestly, because your person, okay. I'm going to read you the lyrics to the song that came to me about them, and then I will explain them and their dynamic, your guys' energetic dynamic. Okay, so the song is On the Loose by Niall Horan, and it says, and even if this is a guy you're wondering about, just flip it to make it work for you. I know what she's like, she's out of her mind and wraps herself around the truth. She'll jump on that flight and meet you that night and make you tear up the room. She's on the loose, she's coming for you. Okay, so, all right, your person has a very dynamic personality. Okay, so I feel like they're bold, they're outgoing, they're lively, you know, they're passionate, they're excited, and just a very fiery type of person. So I wouldn't be surprised if fire was heavy in the chart, okay? Now, along with that personality comes kind of a flip side. So there's a double-edged sword to this, okay? So while, you know, you can have a great time with this person and a lot of fun and party like a rock star, basically, I also feel like with the flip side, this person can be unpredictable and impulsive. And it's kind of like, you know, the night starts out fun and then all of a sudden, you know, you guys wind up in some kind of mess. And you're like, wow, like, how did that happen? How did we go from having a good time to, you know, drama or trouble or just some kind of a mess, I feel. And honestly, I'd say it's because drama follows this person, but it's kind of like they create it just by how they are, okay, with that kind of impulsive, spontaneous, you know, I act before I think type of person. Okay, so with that being said, so yeah, I feel like, you know, this is going to be more extreme for some of you, and others of you, it's going to be a less extreme version. But either way, like when in the song he says she'll jump on that flight and meet you that night. So basically it's kind of like, you know, this person will sometimes get extravagant ideas and be like, oh, let's go get a flight to this place because that sounds like a lot of fun right now, you know, like that type of person. And, you know, even for some of these people, I feel like they might be extravagant with gifts that they give. And you're probably thinking, what's wrong with that? But like when it's all the time, it's like not balanced. And it's kind of like compensation. Like they're compensating for something. Like there's something driving this person to do extravagant things and always have to be on the move. That's the other thing about this person's energy is I feel like they're constantly got to move. They constantly have to be doing things. It's like they're not comfortable being still, okay? And now this is where it gets into your guys' relationship. I feel like 1 minute, you know, this person's like down for the idea of being in a relationship, and then the next minute they jump ship. They're like, you know what, I can't do this, or I got to work on me, or something like that. And then they suggest a break or something. And I feel like, you know, you guys have a good heart. You see the best in people, and you really feel like this is the person that you want to be with. So like when they come back around, I feel like you are like, oh, I really shouldn't, but I'm going to give this person another chance. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting from this. Not to mention, okay, you guys are both highly attracted to each other. So yeah, I mean that, you know, just adds to the magnetism that you both share. Okay, so I feel like, you know, you can't get your mind off them either. So, you know, you got the emotional factor, you got the physical factor, you got it all going on with this person. Okay, and I feel like you guys, your chemistry, your passion is off the chain, and it's kind of like, you know, yeah, you want to jump to them wanting to give this a go again. And then for some of you, maybe you haven't gotten as far as a relationship with this person, but you're talking to them, and then the next minute, you know, so 1 minute they're communicating, the next minute they ghost you, or, you know, they take forever to get back to you. Something very back and forth with this person. So yeah, for those of you who talk, I feel like you're talking consistently 1 minute, and then the next minute you don't hear from them for a while. Okay. And then those of you who have been in a relationship, it's like it's on again, off again. And it's due to them. Okay, so. Yeah, so I definitely see that this person, you know, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they were like, oh, let's go to this exotic trip. You know, that sounds like fun, or Vegas, or, you know, something wild. They probably would be the type to want to marry you too, like, you know, on a whim. And you're just like, whoa, what? Slow down there. Like, I feel like there's a part of you that's like, yeah. And then there's another part of you that's like, what? But like I said, it's kind of like this person doesn't have any earth in their chart, okay? Like, I'm just getting a very not grounded, practical person. Just, yeah, not balanced. And what's interesting is I feel like this person honestly gets misperceived, and people, you know, think, oh man, this person's inconsiderate. They didn't even think about how that would affect me. And I honestly don't think that's what it's about. This person, honestly, like I said, their wiring is that they're just very impulsive and spontaneous, and they do things on a whim without thinking it through and how it could affect others. And yeah, so I do think on one hand they mean well, they don't think the same way that other people do, and how that might affect people in the long run, that type of thing. So yeah, again, I see though that you guys, you see people in a positive light, and you do see the potential that you two could have to actually build and grow something substantial. And I feel like, you know, this person is trying to come around and be like, hey, I see the light, you know, more or less. And I feel like this person, I get this sense that, you know, they're coming through to want to apologize and be like, I'm sorry, you know, I didn't mean to hurt you, and I really do feel like you're the one for me and that we can make this work. Like something along those lines is coming through about this person. And I do feel like, you know, deep down, I feel like they do think you could be their soulmate, which I think you think that as well, and that's why you hold on to this connection no matter how everybody else acts about it and what their opinions are, because they don't want to see you get hurt, and all they can go off of is what you tell them and the patterns of this person, you know. They keep breaking it off. So yeah, I mean, I also feel like, you know, this person has episodes where one minute they'll be warm and loving and kind and friendly, and then the next minute they kind of turn cold and icy and just like shut off from you and don't communicate, and basically they want to shut the world out. Okay, so this person, they feel things intensely. So what's interesting is a lot of signs came out for this person, but not like many fire signs came out, which I find interesting because they definitely are like a fire and air sign, but it's like everything else came out. Okay, so we have Pisces, Aquarius, Taurus came out twice, Sagittarius, and Cancer. But I feel like Cancer in my mind is like being really highlighted in the fact that in Pisces that and Scorpio, like just they feel a lot more than they let on. And in fact, this person conceals it so well, and it's probably why they have such a fiery, spontaneous, gotta keep moving personality. It's because I don't think they know how to deal with like intense emotions. And that's where like the compensation comes from, like, I gotta chase these highs. What would give me, you know, spending or doing wise, a bigger high? That's like what this person is like dealing with, I feel. Okay, so here's the thing. You're probably wondering each time, like, should I give this person another go or not, right? And I was, you know, I see them wanting to come back around if they haven't already, and really, you know, like I said, like say, hey, you know, I've seen the light and I know you're the one I want and I'm sorry about everything. Let's give this another go. And then I like drew the tarot for the outcome, and it honestly, like with death or transformation in reverse, it appears as though this person currently isn't really changed from their patterns. So it's likely that they could do this again. But I do feel like, here's the thing, I do feel like this person means well, okay? It's just they don't know how to go about changing these hardwired patterns of theirs, of wanting it one minute and just not dealing and just jumping ship the next on you, and then you going through the same cycle of hurt. So I do feel like, you know, it's possible that eventually they will, but as of right now, it appears like this person's still trying to like, they're really trying to like they would have to come into such like awareness and mindfulness of what they're doing and why, like what's driving it, I feel, to really break out of these patterns of this such like fiery nature of theirs. It's kind of like this person isn't used to stability, so they don't know how to give that to you. Like I said, like that earth, that groundedness is kind of missing from this person. Doesn't matter what signs came through, like energetically, like how they operate, it's very, very, you know, like I said, fiery and fast and a lot of movement and not still grounded, like substantial. Here I am, you know what I mean? So yeah, group number 2, but this is who I see for you. Like I said, eventually they might really be willing to offer you something, but currently I feel like they're still trying to, you know, kind of deal and like work on themselves basically. Okay, group number 2, let me know what you make of this. And if this resonated, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. group number 3. Who can't get you off of their mind and why? All right, group number 3. So right away, the line that came to me when I looked at your guys' cards is, you did me dirty. Okay, so I don't know if your person, you know, would talk like that or what, but basically what's coming through strongly for this group is that this person feels hurt and betrayed. Okay, so very 10 of Swords energy going on, and their message is very blunt to you right back, like, yeah. And they can't get you off of their mind, because really what's coming through is this person thought, you know, at one point that you both had it all. Okay, so I'm seeing that, you know, so for some of you, you guys were married to this person. Others of you were engaged, others of you talked about engagement, and others of you were, you know, in a relationship, and this is where they figured, you know, you guys would end up married. Okay, and then for others of you, you were also living with this person. And yeah, so basically life felt amazing and like a fairy tale. And then all of a sudden, what I'm getting from this is like some kind of shift took place, and this person feels like a rug was ripped out from under them. Okay, and like they didn't know who you were anymore, and like what had happened. Like they felt like, did something happen? And just like, you know, their whole world got flipped upside down. And I feel like you both were basically forced to cut this off. And the current energy is, I feel like you're both kind of playing it cool right now, okay? But inside, this person feels really hurt, and like they're grieving the loss of this relationship, and just like, I feel a very icy energy coming from them. They feel alone, they feel hurt, they feel betrayed, and just, you know, sad, basically. And okay, so yeah, so no matter how they act, and no matter how, I feel like you were hurt from this too. But yeah, so no matter how this person acts, like I feel like they're coming across like they're independent and they're fine without you, and they will be. I see that. Like this person's strong, they're resilient, you know. They'll bounce back. I feel like they pretty much always do. But in the meantime, I feel like, you know, they're hurt and they're going through it. I feel like if you guys, I feel like you kind of had like a fierce fight too, probably before this ended, and maybe even after, like if you guys spoke after breaking up. Okay, so the song that came to me in regards to this is okay, so it's like a message from them to you. It's Roxette's Must Have Been Love. And they say, in and outside, I turn to water like a teardrop in your palm. It's a hard winter's day. I dream away. It must have been love, but it's over now. It was all that I wanted. Now I'm living without. Okay, so yeah, you know, and when they say like a teardrop, you know, like a teardrop in your palm, it makes me feel like, you know, like a cups card, like very emotional. Okay, so this person, it feels like they loved you, and now that it's over, it's like, and then they're kind of basically saying like, you had me at the palm of your hand and you just let it go, you know, and now it's like I'm having to live without you, and it's really tough, and it must have been love, but it's over now, and it's all that I wanted, but now I'm living without. So now this person is really, you know, trying to live their life, their reality without you. But yeah, so they went from feeling like, you know, this, like I said, like it was a fairy tale, like the sun card was upright, and now it's reversed. Like everything feels turned upside down for this person. Okay, so So it's kind of like, here's an kind of an interesting dynamic though that goes along with this. So for some of you, this won't be for all of you, this person kind of felt like, you know, when you started to shift, like that you were all of a sudden like the Knight of Wands. So whereas you came across as committed and all about this relationship and progressing and moving forward with this person, and like you felt the same, all of a sudden it's like I'm getting the energy that you guys shifted for whatever reason, and they basically figured, wow, you know, this person's probably entertaining somebody else, or there's somebody else in the mix, is the impression I'm getting. So whether or not there was, I don't know, but that's what this person kind of is wondering on top of like this whole shift. And I feel like you kind of just like became this different person to them, and like, you know, it's kind of like you two just like, you both were like, wow, like who is this person? Because that just made them go into this fierce mode, you know. And yeah, I feel like you guys got into it and then it was over. And I feel like too, if you guys have spoken since the breakup, like they're probably really like kind of defensive and kind of like, you know, just kind of short with the comments and just probably coming across as cold, but it's because they're hurt. So, but yeah, group number 3, this is, you know, the person who has you on their mind. And number 3, the signs that came through is Sagittarius, Taurus, and Libra, but it, you know, they don't have to be that. That could just be in their chart. And okay, so the other thing is, I do feel like this person is going to eventually contact you, and that could be to kind of see like, do you regret this ending, and kind of, you know, see where you stand with this whole thing, see if there's any sign of you missing them, which I think you both are kind of doing on social media right now, like seeing. And yeah. Group number 3, let me know what you make of this. And if it resonated, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Okay, group number 4. Okay, so who can't get you off of their mind and why? Okay, group number 4. So the person who can't get you off of their mind, they are coming across like they are definitely more emotionally immature than you are. Okay. And I feel like you guys, so you guys were in a relationship together, and I feel like everything was going amazing, okay, with this sunflower card here. And I'm actually getting the impression that you both thought that each other could be the one. And you guys might even have called each other hubby or wifey, okay? Kind of jokingly, but not really. Like somewhere in the back of your mind, I feel like you could see yourself marrying this person, okay? I feel like just such a fun, free, lighthearted, playful energy that you two brought out of each other that I feel like nobody else, you know, even compared. Like past relationships didn't compare, any new people don't compare. Like you had your eyes set on this one person, and because you're more emotionally mature than this person, I feel like you could handle it. You could handle how fast you felt these feelings, and like everything was progressing for you too. And this person could not, okay? It was too intense for them. And it kind of makes me think like, you know, that whole divine masculine or feminine who, you know, they meet somebody, you both, everything's going amazing, and it's like so intense that one of you runs, you know, and that's this person. They're a runner. I see that with the roam free card, okay? And yeah, and I honestly feel like it was due to fear, okay? It was fear that this wouldn't work out. It's fear that they were going to get their heart broken. It's fear that, like, they have trust issues, okay, from the past, I feel like, that they haven't fully dealt with, and they were bringing that into this relationship with you. And what I'm seeing with this person is They are currently working on themselves, I feel, you know, and it's like they have, with these cards, like growing up to do. And I feel like they always held you in a high regard. Like they always saw you as being basically like in a, I don't want to say like out of their league, but in a league of your own, okay? Like you are just true to yourself. You're doing your own thing. You come across as wise, intelligent, smart, and like you see through people. Okay, you're intuitive in that way. You're confident. And I honestly, I feel like, so I wouldn't be surprised if this person was also younger than you and less mature, because I feel like they didn't quite feel like they were there yet for you, as well as any of these other fears or trust issues that are coming up for this person. So yeah, okay, before I get into more of the dynamic, the song that came through, and this is also like a message from them to you, is Parker McCollum's Pretty Heart. And they're saying, I didn't think I was a bad guy. I knew that you were good. You were golden on the inside, and you loved me the best you could. I'm the one who dropped the ball. Got you high and let you fall. And the best thing I ever had. Let the best thing I ever had slip away. What does that say about me? I could do you like I did. That I could break an angel's wings. Okay. Basically, the whole song fits your guys' dynamic, though. So, you know, it's like this person, they feel like, you know, like I said, like you were the one, and they, due to their own, you know, inability to handle it, they feel like they ruin things between you guys, okay? And I do feel like, you know, they could see marrying you. And when they look back, it's kind of like they're haunted by the past, like, and how they, like, no good times, I feel like, compared to what you guys had. And it just reminds them of what went down between you two and them, you know, because of them, like this, you guys ending. And they come across like they don't care, like they're cool living life without you, and it's really them being in denial of their feelings, because that is how they deal. It's like they compartmentalize, and that is how, you know, they're able to move forward and feel okay, even when inside it's like they're torn up inside because they miss you. Yeah, with the Seven of Pentacles here, this person feels anything but fine. They're very, like, you know, not feeling peace, kind of upset, restless, and like they want to make things right, but they also know there's a timing with this kind of stuff, and they couldn't just come back at you impulsively. Like it wouldn't work with you. Okay, and that goes back to them viewing you in a high light. So what I'm seeing here is this person is currently working, you know, on themselves and trying to build themselves up into the person that they want to be. Like, in a way, you kind of set this bar for this person, and it made them want to be a better version or the best version of themselves. And I also feel like if, you know, if this person has tried to move on, I feel like nobody compares to you. So it's like, it just makes them miss you more, honestly, which just reinforces that. I feel like, you know, that's why, you know, if this person acts like they're in denial of their feelings, or acts like, you know, like on social media, they come across like they don't miss you at all, it's a front for this person, honestly. They're just trying to convince themselves in a way, but deep down, they know how they feel, you know? And the signs that came through for this person is Cancer, Leo, Pisces, and Aries, but it doesn't have to be any of those. It could just be in their chart. But with the Cancer coming out twice, I do feel like this person is definitely, you know, in their feels more than they let on. Like they felt for you. And they still do. The only thing is, okay, so you guys are asked to be patient with this connection. And that, you know, with them working on themselves and with this Earth of Messenger as the outcome, I do feel like, you know, this could be kind of a slow moving process with them. So it might take this person a while to really get to the place where they feel like their most confident, secure, trusting self. But yeah, I mean, really, you guys, you kind of showed them, you know, where they still need to grow up and what they need to deal with to fully give, you know, their all to someone. So you spark that change in them. Group number 4. Okay, group number 4, this is what I see for you guys. Let me know what you make of this. And if this resonated, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys.